All right, we've all seen those disaster details on YouTube. Today, we're gonna go behind the scenes of one of those disaster details and see, is it real or are they just faking it? What's up, my friends? Welcome. We have a special project for you. We have some friends from Ohio, WD Detailing. They got a big YouTube channel, go check it out. They're here with a disgusting Tesla Model S that's been sitting for 2 years, and I don't know what's growing on it, but they're here to clean up the car, and I'm hoping to give you a behind the scenes view of what happens when they do a disaster detail.
What's up, guys? I'm RJ from WD Detailing, and we drove all the way from Cleveland to Illinois to pick up one of the world's dirtiest Tesla Model S's. This is the 2015 Model 70D, and we brought it to none other than the bays at Car Supplies Warehouse in order to give it a full cosmetic restoration. We're gonna polish this, we're gonna pull the seats out, we're gonna extract the interior, we're gonna try and make this Tesla look brand new. So stay tuned for the end result. You guys aren't gonna wanna miss this one.
So RJ, Mike, and Brent showed up with the Tesla Monday morning, and they were ready to record pretty much right away, and which I was surprised because they bring a trailer and literally had all the detailing products, the tools, equipment, and chemicals to do everything they needed to do to this Tesla.
Unfortunately, the original owner passed away, and then the car has now been sold to an enthusiast who is a big fan of Tesla, and he wants to rebuild it, and he wants to get it back on the road. So he's still working through the title issues, but once we clean it, we're gonna send it back to him. He'll get the VIN taken care of, the title work taken care of rather, and then he'll take it to Tesla and diagnose what else is wrong with it. But I mean, it's already driving under its own power, so fingers crossed it doesn't take too much to get it back on the road.
I was surprised on how much setup they had to do because their channel is based on those satisfying shots, the before and afters. They brought their own lights, they brought their own cameras, they had everything set up and they just set it up, you know, every single shot. And I was surprised that they had different cameras, but they also used mostly just the iPhone.
Behind the scenes, the car still looks dirty. It's been here for hours. They must have started on the interior. I appreciate him vacuuming up all the dirt and the leaves before they pressure wash it all over the place, so that's nice. But I think they're getting ready to do the outside, which is the most exciting part.
Because they were recording this for YouTube and they took time to set up all their different shots, they were jumping around all over the place. I originally thought they were starting with the interior detail, but they started with the wheels and then they jumped to the interior and then they did some of the exterior parts of the car.
Were you satisfied? I've seen that, what you just saw, I've seen that 300 times. I'm just amazed you could find this many cars that are in that fucking mixed shit.
That's so hard.
God, it can get harder than things, but people will reach out to us and yeah. They'll tell us, hey, we have this here, send us pictures.
Yeah.
This
person reached out to us Thursday.
Yeah.
And now we're off.
I feel like you could harvest these cars, you know, find a bunch of cars and put them in a field somewhere. All right, we're gonna come back in a couple of years. You all gonna be ready.
So they just got done doing the, satisfying pressure washer, but RJ's running around working at the same time. You know, they got a new product line that they're gonna be releasing here. So, you know, he's on the phone running back and forth and it amazes me. I've known him for a while now and he works like a madman, absolutely crazy.
It's really amazing the time that we live in that, guys like this, the young guys have an actual opportunity to make this their career, make it their job. They're making money by recording disaster details on YouTube. I think it's awesome. They do a great job, but it doesn't mean it's easy. It takes a lot of time. These guys are working hard. They're hustling. Literally, they came in here on a Monday and recorded this entire shoot, edited it, and then put it out on Saturday. That's hustling. As a professional detailer, I was kind of, watching them throughout the day to see how they were detailing. To my surprise, they were going through every step and they were doing it all correctly. I mean, there's no faking, cleaning this dirty of a car. They have to get this before and after shots, and there's only one way to do it. They have to get it cleaned. God damn. You think that's just etching?
I mean, realistically, this is palm sander territory. This is
right.
With the 3M Trizac and just go to town because I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope that I can get away with rotary and some really aggressive compound, and I can get rid of a lot of the cloudiness, but we're still gonna see probably some of that etching in that clear coat unless I really sand it, and I don't know if I'll have the time to do that. So
yeah. After the wash, they went through, they did the iron decon, they did the wash, they did the clay, they did everything. And afterwards, the paint was still etched. I mean, literally, like, this is probably the worst hood that I've ever seen. If this came into my shop, I don't even think it's a car that I would even want to attempt to detail. It was completely destroyed. So RJ started with a test spot on the hood, and this damage to me looked like it wasn't gonna be able to be repaired. So he started with the rotary, most aggressive compound we found. It actually shined it up a little bit, but there was still just like etching behind there and everything. So actually wet sanded it. And being an original paint job, I didn't know if there was enough clear coat on the vehicle to actually fix the damage properly, but I guess there's only one way to find out. So as me and RJ were working on the hood, polishing everything out, Mike and Brent were working on the interior, and they were actually doing the door jambs, which was a little different of a process that I would have taken to the approach, but I'm sure that there is a method to their madness. On the first day, they literally spent 12 hours in the car. We were here way past closing time, so I give it to them. They're hustling, and there's a lot of work that is going into this Tesla.
So my name is Mike. I'm with WD Detailing. I've been working with these guys for about 2 years now, and this is quite the car. My role is to do most of the interior and exterior work, a lot of the detail work, and some of the intricate mechanical work that we end up doing on some of these cars. And we had our work cut out for us on this car. We were here till about 9 o'clock last night. We've completely finished the interior, so that is a vacuum, tornado door, and extraction out of the interior, and cleaned all the doors, cleaned all the sills, cleaned everywhere we could. For the exterior, it ended up that this paint sitting under the trees ended up being a lot worse than we initially thought it would be. So we've had to block sand the hood, and compound and polish the exterior of the car. So instead of doing what would usually be maybe a one-step, it ended up being a 3-step process, which takes a lot longer. But now we're back here in the morning doing our final touches and have to clean everything up and get this car back to its owner.
I did have a conversation with RJ. They wanted to bring this car back to the customer the same day, which I think is pretty crazy. And I asked him about his schedule. Like, do they have cars lined up? Like, how do they find these cars? And to my surprise, like, they didn't have many cars lined up. They actually, on the way to picking up this Tesla, found a Nissan Skyline that was destroyed and sent me some pictures of it, but they didn't actually get to talk to the owner, so they wanted to go back and see if they could find the owner of this car, and it reminded me of that Picker show where they just drive around the country and find antiques to buy. So it's quite an adventure that they're on.
The bays are amazing. I mean, the fact that this is that you can have such a professional studio to where we can just drop off a car and start working on it, and not only is the lighting good, but you obviously have all the hose reels, all the extensions, everything that you need in order to take a Tesla that was this bad and make it somewhat presentable. It's not perfect, it'll never be perfect, but besides the car, the bay allows you to have a full service detail shop at your disposal. There's no comparison.
All right, hi guys, my name is Brent. I'm one of the half owners of WD Detailing. You normally won't see me on video because my voice is the voice of WD, so if you watch any video, I'm the voice you hear. I let the other guys take the reins and I'm always filming behind the camera. You'll normally see me on one of these chairs because I'm just doing nothing. I'm just kidding, but we've been working tirelessly with the guys at Car Supplies Warehouse on this Tesla. Jason's been a huge help letting us use his bays, and he helped RJ with the paint on this thing, but it's been a lot of work and a lot of fun, and hopefully we get to do some more stuff with you guys in the future because it's been awesome being out here. My first time in Illinois too.
So they put the entire car back together, and here's what it looked like after all the work they put in.
All right, you guys, be safe. If you get another disaster card, don't call me. All right, motherfuckers.
Thank you so much for
Be
the
safe.
Really,
Be
this
safe.
is awesome.
Later, bro.
I appreciate it.
Have fun.